Alright, another day, another deck. This one again is not my build. This one I found from MTG Jeff. It's his elf ramp. I didn't have quite all the cards as far as mana to do the exact build that he did, so that's going to be a little bit different than mana base. But yeah, let's just go through this real quick and let's play it because it's about a 70 to 80% win rate and ranked best of one. And I played it, the better part of yesterday, bouncing between this, the mono red, and the Tybalts and friends that I've shown you guys. And yeah, I was having a fun time. I didn't feel like, I was forced to play just one deck. And I felt like, anytime the matchmaker was kind of figuring me out, I just switched over to another deck. So it would be like, play 3, win 2, lose 1, switch. Play 3, win 2, lose 1, switch. And it was pretty good. It was pretty fun. So yeah, Jaspar Sentinel, 4 copies of Skemfar Avenger, 3 copies of Elvish Warmaster, 4 copies Wildborn Preserver, 3 copies Llanowar Visionary, 2 copies Toski, 2 copies. Only 1 Garruk Unleashed, 3 Tyvar, 4 Binding the Old Gods, 2 Herald Unites the Elves, 2 Vivian, 3 Vorinclex, 2 Garruk, I believe. Yep, 2 Garruk, and then 1 Ugin. And then where I was different on the mana base, I believe he uses 4 Dark Boar Pathways, 4 Indithas. I'm only running 3 Indithas, 4 Zagath. I don't think he's running any Crawling Barons, but I could be corrected on that. So I'm running 2 Crawling Barons. I believe he runs 4 Fabled Passages. I'm only running 2, so that I could run those Crawling Barons. So yeah, that's pretty much the difference between this build and his, and it still seems to do around 70 or 80% rank. So, let's see here, real quick in 2 minutes, what does this deck do? Well, how does it work? Well, typically, turn 1, you're dropping a Jaspara, or you're holding it back so that turn 2, you can drop your Elvish Warmaster, and then drop your Jaspara, right? Turn 3. And then maybe your Skemfar with that on turn 3. The idea being that we're using Skemfar so that any of our elves get, sweeped off the board. We're drawing those cards, right? We lose a little bit of life, but that's life. And with decks that I'd like to build with sweepers in them, yeah, you better have some mechanic of getting cards back into your hand. It's a form of card advantage, if you ask me, and this guy with 2 thumbs right here likes card advantage. Elvish Warmasters just going wide, right? So the whole build is about going wide. Then Elvish Warmasters allows you to pump those up. Give them +2, give them Death Touch, right? You could be tapping creatures for mana using your Jaspara or using your Tyvar, right? You're using Binding of the Old Gods to remove threats that you can't go wide around. You're using Herald to go wider or bring in those key pieces that you're missing. Vivian, same thing. You're using Vivian to go wider or bring in those key pieces that you're missing. Vorinclex makes all your number 1, it's straight to face haste trample, right? But it makes all of your planeswalkers come in as such big threats right off the board. Thinking of specifically Garruk being able to do his -6 right away, or Ugin being able to do his -10 right away. So yeah, big finishing action, lots of going wide action, and then multiple paths to pumping, either through Garruk or through Elvish Warmaster. Once you've gone wide, pumping them into serious threats and just making opponent go, oh no! So yeah, that's this deck explained in a nutshell the best I can in 5 minutes or less. So let's just go play this thing, yeah? And like I said, I played it all day yesterday, bouncing between that, the Tybalt, and the Goddess of Rage. Seems like that Goddess of Rage lost some effectiveness yesterday. could just be me. You know what I mean? I think I'm still playing. I didn't even look. I think I'm still playing ranked. Best of 1. I don't really care because I'm just so far past the, the tier 4. Even if I lose, 5, 6 straight, I don't care. I might just play all the rest of my decks the rest of the season in ranked best of 1. Who knows? I'm a new content creator. I'm allowed to change my mind on things. Yeah, I'll start it out. I mean, I have a turn 1. Maybe I draw a turn 2. I'm just going to do Jaspara on turn 2, to tell you the truth. Yeah. I could see reasons for dumping it, too. I'm 50-50 on that keep. Let's just put it that way. I think that's a fair statement. What is this? Cool. The Yorion build. I've done so many of them. I'm sure I'll circle back to it, because, Yorion builds are great. Who doesn't want an 80-card deck and the ability to blink and flash a bunch of stuff in and out of it? Double its effects, right? It's just... Or at least effectively double its effects. That's how I look at it. But, yeah, I think we land a War Visionary here. Hold the Jaspara in hand. No reason to go too crazy. Especially because most of these Yorion builds are going to have Shatter the Skies, right? Shatter the Sky. So. Oh! Elspeth, even better. Now they get to dig around in my hand, get rid of my Garruk. Yeah, that's totally... Why not, opponent? I would do the same thing if I were you. I can't hate on your homie. I really can't. I think you're making all the right moves. I really like this black-white idea of a Yorion build. I have no reason to get Jaspara out of my hand here. Bye, Garruk. Thank God I still have one more copy of you somewhere in my deck. Hopefully it's not the last card sitting on my deck. Ho ho ho. So yeah. Why do I feel like I'm going against a Yorion kind of Dance of the Mance deck, huh? An Esper? That's what it feels like. It's just what it feels like. And then I think we're kind of forced to do this. And then this. We will... I should have held the Jaspara back. I should have just done the Scamfar, held the Wildborn. Oh well. Oh well. Live and learn. Yeah. I think this is, I mean, more than likely, right? Because we have Yorion, we have Doom Foretold, Elspeth. I mean, it could just be an Esper control build, you know. But if I had this many enchantment permanents that I was looking to blink with Yorion, why wouldn't I have a Dance of the Mance in this build? Would be the question I'd be asking myself, you know what I mean? I'd be wanting that Dance of the Mance in that build. But that's just me. I don't know what the hell just happened there. I was trying to sacrifice the Jaspara, and it thought I was trying to tap the Jaspara for mana, I guess. And pump it up 7. Well, pump it up by 5, 2, 7. You know what I mean, darn it. And then, yeah. I mean, they can't really block because then they won't have a sack target. Well, I guess they can block, but now they lose their Doom Foretold. And this is actually the perfect spot for them to do their Shatter the Sky, right? Anyone... I mean, this isn't pre-recorded with the audio done later. Well, it's not a Shatter the Sky, but pretty much the same thing. Doomscar. And then my only copy of Garuk came in, and I said, what? Said what earlier? Oh yeah, it's pointless to -2 it. Well, sometimes there is a point. Unfortunately, sometimes there is a point to the -2 of it. Ouch, man, they just have all the answers. All the answers. And what the heck? Now there's... What colors aren't they splashing in here? Do I hold it back? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't even think I hold that back. You guys keep wondering why I keep going for green every time. It's just, all the black spells I have that would use the black mana, you know, they're only gonna use one of it. So 3 black mana sources is plenty. As long as I've got, you know, the Castle Lochthwain and 2 other sources, I can do what I want to do as far as burning 1 life and getting an extra card into my hand each one of these turns now that I'm playing off the top of my deck. I mean, do you I guess you Skyclave, because you got it. I was wondering if they were going to do the Yorion. But they don't even have the 8 mana yet. They only have the 7, so I don't even know why I was considering them doing the Yorion. Yeah. I mean, this is life, right? This is just slow grind. Yeah, the wins don't come fast with this elf deck. Not typically. An opponent has just had all the right answers at all the right times. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I misplayed a couple spots. You know, into that Doom Foretold. Maybe I made a couple misplays. That's a great time to get that Crawling Barrens. You know, so I see nothing wrong with sacrificing this beast. Or offering a trade, you know. Oh, and they don't even want it. They're just going to chump block. I guess they want to keep as many chump blockers in hand as they can for this Crawling Barrens. There's no reason to make it a creature. It would have had Summoning Sickness, I believe. So, if I'm wrong on that, correct me in the comments. I believe it would have had Summoning Sickness. Oh no, I hate to be right. Gosh, I hate being right. It is a Dance of the Mance, but they don't really have anything instant speed. I mean, they're going really... They're just going to have to get chump blockers, just keep getting chump blockers onto the board, which they're going to be able to do now with their Yorion. I have no reason to pump it beyond there. I'll do that on their turn. It's not like I'm even pretending to hold anything up, but I don't even see any point in pretending to hold something up. Pretending would have lasted all of like 2 seconds, right? With that Elspeth's death. Or Conqueror's death. Elspeth's Nightmare, I mean. Yeah, the deception would have lasted all of like 2 seconds. And now at this point, it's just chump blocker, they hit me for 4. And then they're going to get 2 more chump blockers in there, and this is pretty much game unless I can, get something on the board. And now it's just mana flood time, right? So I forgot to pump it 1 more on their turn, but I don't think it matters with all the darn chump blockers they have. This is going to help a lot. Yeah, it's going to help a lot. They have to seriously think now. Anytime they want to come at my face, they have to seriously consider the repercussions. Now, they'll flash their Yorion, but not even their Yorion's going to get past 2 of these guys. They can trade their Yorion to get 5 in on me. Yeah, I think they're going to have some serious thoughts about coming in on me now. They're going to do it, and they're going to do it. And so we're going to take this, obviously. They had to have known that. We're going to go down to 2.
Nothing pulses, can't heal.
2 loyalty on poor Vivian. And they're going to try to force their way past for the gotcha. Right? They're going to try to get both of those Ravens past, knowing I'll block the Yorion. So if I really don't get anything else with reach onto the board here, I don't think that's enough to save Vivian. It changes a little bit of the arithmetic for opponent. For sure.
Stay on the trail.
There's that other reach that I needed, which is nice. We're not going to attack. We're just going to see how dedicated they really are to... Okay, so that will get rid of the Wildborn Preserver. They're gonna be committed to getting rid of these Planeswalkers. So, unfortunately, we are saying goodbye to Vivian. Which means we probably will be saying goodbye to Garuk next turn. And if that's the case, I think we need to deal with this Yorion. I mean, I don't know. I'm talking smack. I don't know. That's just game, folks. That's just game.
I'm done with you.
Taken out by the Esper build Dance of the Mance, which that's not even Esper. I mean, they even had green in there. Got a lot of use out of that one, green mana source, quite frankly. It's not like we got mana flooded there. That's just in my head. At least that's what I hear. That's what I hear. Alright, let's play some more. She had 13 minutes to just get slammed. It will happen. Well, it seems like we're alright for mana. Seems like everything's going to work out. Seems like we got some good cards, but we'll see. Play it. And it could be just that I was, maybe on the play more yesterday. Seemed to be on the draw more today. And maybe that affects this deck significantly. I don't know. I know nothing! I screwed up. I should have played that Inditha Triumph first. But this is what happens. take an L that you feel should have been a W or could have been a W, or you feel like you just got flooded with mana when you shouldn't have, and all of a sudden you start to play a little bit tilted. And yeah, that's where the mistakes really shine. So let me just take a second. I think the Elvish War Master's the correct play here, but I also think they're just going to slam it with the Stomp or whatever have you. Heck, they'll probably exile him. Just scorch him or something. Scorching Dragonfire or whatever that's called. Oh no. Oh no, that's horrible. They just took my Vorinclex. They just took my Vorinclex, and they're more than likely running a Tibalt build. With obviously ramp, because they're running some green. Now, if I was not tilted in my head right now, would I be even considering quitting like I am? I am seriously considering just quitting right here and moving on. And that just might be me playing tilted, you know what I mean? But, you know, if I'm coming against something like Tibalt and Friends with less removal and more ramp, then yeah, we're in for a world of hurt. The one thing I do know is they're not going to want to trade here. So let's get some card advantage. Right? Do we know that? I mean, I think that. I can't say I know that, right? I think they're not going to want to trade here. I think it's a good time to go for some card advantage against a deck that is likely going to start exiling things off of the top of our deck and then using it against us. Not to mention with the ability to exile our entire graveyard and then use that against us. Things such as Binding the Old Gods definitely look a lot less ideal. And look, they're already giving me the good game. Oh, whoa! They're, okay. So yeah, maybe I was just so tilted in my head, I was seeing an L that wasn't there. It happens. I'll be the first to admit it. I get tilted, I make mistakes, start thinking negative thoughts, you know? It happens. And maybe there's some cats that are just really cool, calm, collected assassins. And, you know, if you watch their channels or you watch their streams, sometimes you get the impression, like, it's just impossible to get in their head or tilt them. You know what I mean? I am not one of those cats. I am not that guy. I really want to keep this, but I can see reasons for not, such as there's only 2 mana and I'm going to get mana screwed. And then everyone's going to say, well, of course you got mana screwed. You kept a 2 mana starting hand. Well, yeah, I did, but I also saw that I had no turn 1 options, but some nice turn 2 and turn 3 plays, you know? So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if by turn 3 they decide to give us some freaking mana or not, right? It's nice seeing that we're probably going to be going up against like a Gruul Adventure or a Mono Green Adventure deck. I mean, I've been seeing some of these Grixis Adventure builds. Yeah, white, green, black Adventure build. Totally. Can't say I never wanted to do the same. You know? There's no reason to hold this back for the Flash, I don't think. I mean, maybe tricking the Shepherd into wanting to do a trade, but, you know, we never got that third mana, so... I mean, we could trade with the baby elf now. Ideally, I would have wanted to be able to pump that Preserver, but that ain't gonna happen. Do you attack in with your only means of building wide? Probably not, and they probably know that. So yeah, no turn 3 mana. It's kind of what I was afraid of having happen, right? Especially with 2 Llanowar Visionaries in hand. You know, I just got to keep my thoughts off of that, because it's just going to tilt me. It's just going to tilt me. Okay. Is there, okay, no, they saw. Alright. Yeah, turn 4, no mana either. I'm not going to play tilted. I'm just going to, no, I have nothing to cast. No, I have no reason to attack. Go. Right? I mean... You kept a 2 mana starting hand, Steve. Of course you got mana screwed. This is your fault. Alright, I'll accept that. I'll own it and move on. I made a gamble and paid the price, right? And now they have their Great Henge. They have their Edge Wall. Even if I start catching my mana here, you know, am I too far behind to catch up? I don't know. I assume that's probably just another loser thought in my head, because I'm getting tilted. You know? There's got to be a million ways of catching up. So no turn 3 mana, no turn 4 mana, now no turn 5 mana. Lose your thoughts in my head, or do we move on? You know, let's just play it out. It's a 27-minute video already. I've really only gotten a couple games out of this thing. And yeah, it's going to look like crap. It's going to look like crap. I'm probably not reacting to it the best. And it's all my own fault. If you agree that this is all my own fault, yeah, just go ahead. Leave it in the comments. It's your fault, Steve. That last game, on you, bro. Kept the wrong hand, man. You could have mulliganed, Steve. Yeah, go ahead. Leave it in the comments. Should have mulliganed. I can take it. And of course, if I would have mulliganed, I mean, this would have been a W for sure, right? Definite W. Am I blocking with the wrong creature here? The problem is, as I see it at least, is with that Great Henge now, they can go just as wide as I can. They have a huge mana advantage. They already have a larger board presence than me, and we're not talking about little 1/1s, like in my case. We're talking about some big threats on the board that they know, you know, I won't, or can't trade for, you know. Husa just... You know, it's not like Magic tied my hands behind my back. I tied my hands behind my own back by keeping the wrong starting hand. And Husa has built a great deck and is having an awesome game. And so Husa can either slowly torture me or decide to put me out of my misery. And you guys can enjoy this lovely piece of Magic the Gathering content, you know? They can't all be great videos. just make sure we're making the right moves here. Giving ourselves as much of a chance as Magic will let us. No. Should have mulliganed. Nothing allows me to survive next turn, so I guess it doesn't really matter what I do. I could be doing my math wrong, but yeah, I don't think anything allows me to survive next turn. Let's see here. Yeah, no. That's definitely dead. That's just dead on board. Good game, Husa. It was all you, man. I mean, you might as well do every last thing you can. You know it's your last turn. I mean, make me sit here and watch or make me concede, really. It's like self-torture now. Well, you could have conceded, 3 minutes ago and went on to the next game. I could have. Wouldn't have made any difference in the video. It just would have been a shorter video, really. Give Husa his moment in the sun. Good game, Husa. Amazing deck, amazing build. Skillfully played. So yeah, that's that. I mean, the video is what the video is. We got to see Steven get tilted and upset, make some bad plays, keep some bad starting hands, and yeah, totally. Can you get into the wrong headspace and turn a 70 to 80% win rate deck into a 33% win rate deck? Sure you can. Yeah, this is Life of Magic. So probably not the best video in the world, but for those of you who made it to the end, thank you so much for doing so. If you want to click like, go for it. Click like, subscribe, share. Probably not the best video in the world, though, in my opinion. Anyways, what does my opinion matter? On to the next one. Onward and upward. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for sticking around.